Hey everybody, my name is Jerrico Lopez. I'm a storyboard artist living in LA. But more importantly, I am going on a trip to the Philippines in May, and I don't know any Tagalog. I set out a goal of 136 because like at the beginning of the year, that's how many days were left. It's like now the 12th. So I'm a little behind. I've only learned 2 phrases. I know these 2 phrases, tulungan mo ako and hintayin mo ako, because I've done animations for them, which are on the screen now that you can watch if you want. But I've decided in order to brute force my way through this learning process, I'm going to watch the YouTube channel Tagalog Time with Pat, which is highly recommended by my roommate. I'm going to watch all of her videos. I don't know anything about her. I'm going to watch all of her videos. She's got at least 8 lessons. And we're going to do this like the old fashioned way, like school. All right. We're going to write down every single phrase that she teaches me. And we're going to take notes on pronunciation, vocabulary, etc., structure. And we are going to see how far we can get. Because I've got, like I said, 126 days. So yeah, I'm just going to get into it.
Hello po! If you are learning Tagalog, then you are in the right place. My name is Pat and I'm here to welcome you to the Tagalog Time video series and podcast where I will teach you conversational Tagalog. In my Tagalog lessons, we will break down grammar rules, we will learn common phrases that native speakers say, and we will practice so that you can feel confident speaking Tagalog to anyone you meet. Along the way, we will also talk about Filipino culture, history, and geography so that you can have some context to go along with the information we learn about the language. But first, I want to ask you, why are you learning Tagalog?
I'm also going to do everything that she says. I'm going to treat this full scale, like full sending on everything. Why I want to learn Tagalog is because most priority is that I'm going on a trip and I don't want to be that tourist who doesn't speak the language. 0 amount. Back to Pat.
Did you grow up in a home where your parents or your grandparents spoke Tagalog but you were never taught how to speak the language?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe you have a special someone in your life who speaks Tagalog and you want to learn the language so that you can get to know their culture better.
Would love that.
Or maybe you are fluent in Tagalog and you just want to understand the language a little bit better. Whatever your reason is, I'm so glad you're here. We will start from scratch, get a good foundation on the language, and build our way up. A little bit about myself. I was born in Manila. My family moved to the United States when I was 2 years old. And growing up, my parents only spoke to me in Tagalog. The only time they spoke to me in English was if I was in trouble. They wanted to make sure that I understood that I was in trouble loud and clear, so they said it in English and in Tagalog. But for the most part, my parents only spoke to me in Tagalog. Also, I watched a lot of TFC, the Filipino channel, growing up, and my family went to the Philippines every other year because we still have a lot of family over there. So all of that really helped me stay fluent in Tagalog. And it wasn't until I was already an adult when I really appreciated the fact that I was bilingual in both English and Tagalog, and I hope to help you in your Tagalog learning journey. I will mention that this Tagalog lesson is available on 2 different platforms. You can find the video on my YouTube channel, Tagalog Time Pat, or you can find the audio wherever you find your favorite podcast.
There's chapters so that if you want to like just watch, and like try to learn with me the language, because I do think it's interesting to learn the cultural background, for sure. It's just, I'm not going to pretend I was a good student in high school and college, and I did absolutely the bare minimum in order to pass with the degree that I got. I'm not gonna front that like as I try to take my stupid small brain and try to fit it into different places where I need to make it learn stuff, that I'm gonna betray the person that I was just because I'm on camera. Like I do want to just learn the language for right now, but I will come back to this cultural stuff and learn it and digest it at a different time in my life. But here we are with the common phrases.
Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? So it's spelled K-U-M, kumusta ka. But sometimes you might hear some people say kamusta ka, like it's a K-A sound. Kamusta ka? So, if you want to say hello, how are you, it is just one phrase, kamusta ka? I hear K-U, kumus, you in Tagalog. It's kamusta ka? Kumusta ka?
Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Na. Kumusta ka?
So, kumusta ka? You want to say hello, how are you in Tagalog? It's kumusta ka?
Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Okay. Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka?
Kumusta ka? So,
Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka?
it's spelled K-U-M, kumusta ka. But sometimes you might hear some people say kamusta ka, like it's a K-A sound. Kamusta ka? So, if you want to say
Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? You're not like letting the ka at the end of ka. You like to let it live. Kumusta ka? Yeah. What you'll see so often in this process is I will try to say the word or phrase like I've been saying it my whole life. Not only with like the comfortability that like I've been saying it my whole life, but also like in the specific way that I speak, which I recognize is slightly weird. Like I'll like omit vowels and consonants sometimes for no reason, and that's gonna definitely hurt me during this process. But I'll try to catch myself as best as I can, because I don't know what my review process will be for this yet, but I could tell that I was saying ka, like ka, instead of ka. Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka?
hello, how are you, it is just one phrase, kamusta ka? Alright, now here are some responses. If you're doing well, you can say mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. That means I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Mabuti naman. That means I'm doing good. I'm doing Mabuti naman. That means I'm doing good.
Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Mabuti naman. Hello, how are you? Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? I'm doing well. Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman.
I'm doing great. I'm doing well. Mabuti means good. Naman is an emphasis word. So I'm doing good. Mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. Yeah, okay. Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. Naman. Kumusta ka? Mabuti naman. Taga-ilog. Ilog. Taga-ilog. Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman.
If you're just doing okay, you can say ayos lang. Ayos lang. Ayos means okay. Lang means only. So I'm only doing okay. Ayos lang.
Ayos lang.
And if you're not, ayos lang. Ayos means okay. Lang means only. So I'm only doing okay.
Ayos lang. Ayos lang. Ayos lang. Lang.
Ayos lang. And if you're lang means only. So I'm only doing okay. Ayos lang.
Ayos lang. Ayos lang. Ayos lang. Ayos lang. Ayos lang. Ayos lang.
And if you're not doing good, you can say hindi mabuti. Hindi means not, mabuti means good. So not good. I'm not doing well. Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
So not good. I'm not doing well. Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti. Hindi mabuti. Mabuti. Hindi mabuti. Hindi mabuti.
Okay, say the I'm not doing well. Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Okay, say these phrases with me one more time. Kamusta ka?
Kumusta
Hello,
ka?
how are you?
Hello, how
Kamusta
shit, no.
time. Kamusta ka?
Kumusta ka?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Kamusta ka?
Kumusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
Kumusta ka?
Mabuti naman. I'm doing well. Mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman. I'm doing well. Mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman.
Ayos lang. I'm doing okay.
Ayos lang. I'm doing okay.
Ayos lang.
Ayos lang. I'm doing okay.
Ayos lang.
Ayos lang.
Hindi mabuti. I'm not doing well.
Hindi mabuti. Oh, sorry, the camera's in the way. Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti. Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Next,
Hindi mabuti.
if you want to ask someone's name, you could say, ano ang pangalan mo?
This word right here, pangalan, I have fought with this word for as long as I've been attempting this process. Pangalan. Man, I have fought with this word. Let's see how this goes.
Ano means what, ang means is, pangalan is name, mo is referring to you. Ano ang pangalan mo is referring to you. Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo? Referring to you. Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo?
To reply, you could just say,
Ano ang pangalan mo? Pangalan mo. Dude, I don't even know if I know how to like, because like you can see here in the pronunciation column, I'm like, although I studied like phonetics, I did not remember the actual way you would write like you would write like AE. That doesn't matter because you would have to translate that in and of itself, so it actually doesn't have much use. So you can see here I'm just writing like if it's supposed to be a big like a capital sound or something, I've capitalized the letter. Like if it's a like this one here, Ilog for river, right? I've just written the letter E for Ilog because that's how you would pronounce it. That's how my silly head that works. But ano ang pangalan mo, which is what is your name? Ano ang pangalan mo? Ano ang pangalan mo? Ano ang pangalan mo? See, when I say it faster, when I try to say it faster, it like falls apart. We have Ilog River, Taga Ilog River dwellers. Kumusta ka? Hello, how are you? Mabuti naman. I'm doing well. Ayos lang. I'm doing okay. Hindi mabuti. I'm not doing well. Ano ang pangalan mo? What is your name? Keep it pushing, keep it pushing.
Say, ako si blank. I am blank. For
Ako
example,
si.
I would say, ako si Pat. Ako si Pat.
Ako si, which is I am. Ako si Jerrico. Ako si Jerrico. Should I roll my R's? Is that like, is that cringe? I don't know. I roll my R's whenever I talk to like someone who's of actual Filipino descent. I like roll my R's. I don't know if that's, no one does that though when they say my name. So maybe I should quit that shit. Ako si Jerrico. I don't even like saying my name like that anyways. Ako si Jerrico. Jerrico. Ako si Jerrico. Ako si I am Ako si name.
I will say, the long and formal answer could be, ang pangalan
Sorry.
ko ay Pat. That literally means, my name is Pat.
Ang pangalan ko ay Pat. Ang pangalan ko ay Jerrico.
Pat is my, that formal answer could, I will say, the long and formal answer could be, ang pangalan ko ay Pat. That literally means, my name is Pat. Pat is my name. However, this isn't conversational Tagalog. A lot of people would just say, ako si blank.
Ang pangalan ko ay Jerrico. I would love to never have to use this phrase in my life. Ang pangalan ko ay Jerrico. I would love to just say ako si Jerrico. Ang pangalan ko ay Jerrico. Ang pangalan ko ay Jerrico. My name is June. Pangalan ko ay
Ako si Pat. All right, let's try saying these phrases one more time. Repeat
Yes,
after
ma'am.
me. Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo? Ano ang pangalan mo?
What is your name?
What is your name?
Ano ang pangalan mo? What's your name? Ano ang pangalan mo?
It's the softest G. It's the softest G you've ever heard. Ano ang pangalan mo? Hit that for me one more time, Pat. I mean, Sensei.
One more time. Repeat after
What
me.
is sense? What is teacher? What is master in Tagalog? I need to get that.
Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo?
Phrases one more time. Repeat after me. Ano ang pangalan mo? What is
Ano?
your name?
Ano ang pangalan mo? What is your name?
Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo? Ano ang pangalan mo? You guys don't understand what I'm doing when I close my eyes and I'm saying it. It's like karaoke. Like I can see the words and they're lighting up. You have to like that's how this is going off in my head right now.
Ano
Ano
ang
ang
pangalan
pangalan mo?
Ako si blank. I am blank.
Ako
Ako
si
si Pat. Ako si blank. Alright, if you want to ask someone where they're from, you would say,
I don't want to be a public nuisance because I'm like in an apartment complex as well as should do other things than just this. So I've got a recording for 50 minutes so far and it shows in OBS. I'm going to go for an hour and then call it for the day. And then if it, I mean, I'm only halfway through this video, but I think what I'll do is I'll just come back to it as quickly as I can, probably maybe tomorrow. And just I'll just stitch together the clips.
Taga saan ka? Taga means from, saan means where, ka is referring to you. Taga saan ka? Where
Taga
are you
saan?
from?
Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka? Where are you from? Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka? Where are you from? Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka?
Taga saan ka? To reply, you would say, taga blank ako. I am from blank.
Taga blank. Taga blank ako. I am from. Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka? Where are you from? Taga blank ako.
Taga means from, ako means I am. Taga Manila ako. I am from Manila.
Taga California ako. Taga saan ka is where are you from? Taga California ako. Taga Los Angeles ako. Taga the Bay Area ako. Taga Bay Area ako. Taga Bay Area ako. Taga, I don't want to actually say the name of my hometown. Taga California ako.
Taga blank ako.
Taga Taga saan ka is where are you from? Taga California ako is how I would answer that question. Taga saan ka is the question. Taga California ako is the answer.
All right, say these phrases with me one more time. Taga saan ka?
Taga
Taga saan ka?
Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka?
Taga saan ka?
Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka?
Taga Manila ako.
Taga California ako.
Taga blank ako.
Taga California ako.
Taga blank ako. Next, if you want to ask about someone's age, you would say, ilang taon ka na?
Dude, I heard this so much as a kid. Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon
It's lang. Ilang taon ka na?
ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Taon ka na?
It's this word is, I mean, this phrase is fun because it's the it's ilang ta ka na, but in the middle of it you have this on. You have it's like a deep, like all the other ones are like higher, and then this is a random deep one in the middle. Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang, I might even say ilang. It's like high stuff. Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka na? Ilang, is it long? Long, right?
Ilang taon ka na? Ilang
Long. It's like like pon. Ilang taon ka na?
taon? You would say, ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilan means how many. Taon, you would say, ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ako. Next, if you want to ask about someone's age, you would say, ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilan means how many. Taon means year. Ka is referring to you. Na means already. Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka na? To reply, you would just say, blank ako. I am blank. 30 ako. I am 30.
Pat's 30. Sensei's 30. Yeah, alright. 28 ako. Ilang taon ka na? 28 ako. Ilang taon ka na? 28 ako. Ilang taon ka na? 28 ako.
Blank ako. Usually, when someone is saying their age, they use Spanish numbers. So an 18-year-old might say, 18 ako. I am 18. But you could also say it in Tagalog or in English. 30 ako.
Ilang taon ka na? 28 ako. 28 ako. I think that's how you say 28 in Spanish.
Let's say these phrases one more time.
Wait, she's gonna say her name in...
Ilang?
I wish you would
30.
say 30 in Spanish then.
Ako. Let's say these phrases one more time. Ilang taon ka na?
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 Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Blank ako. 30 ako.
28 ako. 28 ako. The like sing song, not sing song. This the pep in her step as she says these words I cannot summon, but I'm trying my best. 28 ako. 28 ako. 28 ako. Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Blank ako.
Blank
The long
ako.
form of your answer could be, ako ay 30 taong gulang.
I changed my mind. I don't want to. Never mind. I don't want to learn it properly. Ako ay 30 taon gulang.
That literally means I am 30 years old. Again, this is not so much conversational Tagalog. It's more common for someone to just say 30 ako. Next,
28 ako.
you can ask.
All right, my timer went off. So I'm gonna cut it there at the 19-minute mark. I feel pretty good about it all. Well, I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna shuffle around. Like in the beginning, there was a little bit of cultural discussion and like cultural background on the language of Tagalog and Filipino, which I will include at the end of me finishing lesson 1. I'll stitch it together in a way, but for any hardcore people who just want to like get it done, such as myself, I will reorganize it in a way. Today, reminder that I already knew. I also do know the phrase "anong ginagawa mo," "anong ginagawa mo," "hintayin mo ako," and "tulungan mo ako" were phrases I already knew pretty confidently from other endeavors. I need a count here. Look at that. 13. We learned 13 more. We have a total of 16 in our bag. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. So let's look at the spread for today. I already knew. So let's look at the spread for today. I'm calling it for today because I've actually been in the lab for an hour. Let's see here. So I'm gonna cut it there and then I'll come back and do some more. I'll try to finish out the lesson tomorrow. But at the beginning of the session, I only already knew "anong ginagawa mo," "hintayin mo ako," and "tulungan mo ako." And in the process of just this half lesson, we have learned 13 more phrases. Ilog, which is river. Taga ilog, river dwellers. Kumusta ka? Hello, how are you? Mabuti naman, I'm doing okay. Hindi mabuti, I'm not doing okay. I'm not doing well. Anong ang pangalan mo? What is your name? Ano ang pangalan mo? I'm gonna fight that one for the rest of my life. Ako si, and then your name. So you would say, ano ang pangalan mo? Ano ang pangalan mo? Ako si Jerrico. My name is Jerrico. I'm Jerrico. You could also be more formal and say, ang pangalan ko ay Jerrico. Taga saan ka? Taga saan ka is where are you from? Taga, the place, ako. So if I'm asked, taga saan ka? My response should be, taga California ko. Sorry, taga California ako. Taga California ako. Ilang taon ka na is how old are you? And if I'm asked, ilang taon ka na, I should say 28 ako. Feel pretty good about that. That is 16 phrases learned. 120 phrases learned. Hey everybody, session 2. Yes, it's been 9 days. Yes, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just not shame the student who's trying his best amongst his very busy work schedule, and let's just get into the work, shall we? All right, lesson 2. I mean, we're not even in lesson 2 yet. We're still in lesson 1, the first half of it.
Next, you can ask someone, ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo?
What is your job?
What is your job?
Ano means what, ang means is, trabaho means job, mo is referring to you. Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo? Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo? No, ang trabaho means ano means what, ang means is, trabaho means job, mo is referring to you. Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo? Ano ang trabaho mo? Ano ang trabaho mo? It does sound like she is rolling her R's each time. Ano ang trabaho mo? Ano ang trabaho mo? Ano ang trabaho mo? Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo? Ano ang trabaho mo?
Your response would be, blank ako. So very
Sorry. Ano ang trabaho mo? What is your job? Ano ang trabaho mo?
similar to the last response. I am blank. I am a blank. For example, I could say, nurse ako, teacher ako. And here's just some vocabulary on some professions. Guro, teacher, nurse, nurse, doctor, doctor, abogado, lawyer. So you could say,
Love that nurse is Love that nurse is just nurse, doctor. But then they gave you abogado just to like shouts out the Spaniards with that abogado. Okay. I am someone who works at home, and I am basically a logistics coordinator for moving solar panels. Pat, I'm gonna have to DM her or something about how to get that translation. But ano ang trabaho mo is what is your job. Blank ako is I am a blank. So ano ang trabaho mo? Guro ako or nurse ako. My mom would love it if I said doctor ako or abogado ako. Ano ang trabaho mo? How do I say that? Logistics coordinator ako. Trabaho ko sa bahay. That sounds like I'm unemployed. Alright, let me get these down. Ano ang trabaho mo? And then blank ako. So occupation ako. My job is occupation ako. I'm not gonna count knowing what the words for nurse. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say like nurse ako. Like those are all different terms. But I think I'm just gonna nurse, doctor, guro, abogado. Like I don't want to cheese it, right? Like I don't want to be like, yeah, if I know how to say the word abogado, that's a full sentence that will be helpful for me in the out in the wild. But I do she doesn't even equate it as like its own sentence, but I do think that it's useful to know what those terms are, obviously. So nurse, doctor, teacher, lawyer, nurse, doctor, guro, abogado. Alright, sorry. That was probably painful. Ano ang trabaho mo is what is your job, and then blank ako is your occupation. So one's occupation could be guro ako, nurse ako, doctor ako, abogado ako.
Say guro ako, nurse ako. Alright, say these phrases with me one more time.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano ang trabaho mo?
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 Blank ako,
Blank ako,
nurse ako,
nurse ako,
guro ako.
guro ako.
The long form answer would be ako ay isang nurse.
Ako ay isang nurse.
Literally, I am a nurse. Ako ay isang nurse. Again, this is not conversational Tagalog. More people would just say, blank ako, nurse ako. Next,
Tight, we're passing
someone
that.
might ask you, may asawa ka na ba?
That's so forward of you, ma'am. Ma'am, Miss Pat, that's so how forward of you. May asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba?
Are you married?
Sorry, no.
May
Are you looking?
asawa ka na ba? May means to have. Asawa is a spouse. Ka is referring to you. Na means already. Ba is a question word. May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba? Although there's ka, na, and ba, it sounds like may asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba? Well, obviously you wouldn't say it. May asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba? It's like you like string those three one syllable words together.
Ba is a question word. May asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba? And maybe it's not as much of a may asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba?
Your response would be oo, yes, wala, or hindi, no, wala pa, not yet.
I love the
So
optimism.
repeat after me. May asawa ka na ba?
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 And you say your answer. Oo, yes,
Oo,
wala, no,
wala,
wala pa, not yet.
wala pa.
Next is
It's crazy that the introductory like statements we've learned here so far are like the derivative of what even makes up Tagalog as the word, you know, Taga-Ilog, to what is your job, you know, ano ang trabaho mo, to are you married yet? May asawa ka na ba? Like, hey, let's just skip all the, like, what's your favorite color? How old are you? Let's just, hey man, like, you got a job and are you married? You know, let's, I love that. I love the forwardness. Let's get these notes, yeah? May asawa ka na ba? Is that? May asawa ka na ba? Why does that look so weird when I write it? Does that not look like a really strange? Does that not look really strange as a written language? May asawa ka na ba? Even if I add a question mark. Are you married? You married? My. Now how you? My asawa my asawa. Why am I overthinking it? My asawa ka na ba? My. Is it how she said that?
Ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba?
Yeah, don't overthink it, dude. It's my asawa sawa ka na ba. I love that one's like a song, you know. It's like it's just rhyming. Ma asawa ka na ba? And then honestly, it's just, these do count as their own sentence. Like these are honestly their own. Oh, yes. Oh. Hindi. I mean, you could use these like a lot. Hindi is no. Hindi. Wala pa. Not yet. Wala pa. I'm counting those three. You could use those in their own like context. Fight me.
And you say your answer. Oo. Yes. Wala. No.
Wala.
Wala pa. Not yet.
Wala pa.
Next is a very similar question. May anak ka na ba?
Come on, Pat. Let me.
Anak means child. Ka is referring to you. Na means already. And ba is a question word. May anak ka na ba? Do you have any? Ba is a question word. My means to have.
So I kind of
spacing. You say your answer. Oo. Yes. Wala. No. Wala pa. Not yet. Next is a very similar question. May anak ka na ba? May means to have. Anak means child. Ka is referring to you. Na means already. And ba is a question word. May anak ka na ba?
I like how there's at least like a consistency with the way certain questions are phrased. Because the previous question was may asawa ka na ba? And this is may anak ka na ba? The ka na ba part. I know she just broke down what the ka na ba meant. I didn't listen. I'm sorry, teacher. But may anak ka na ba?
Do you have any kids? May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba? May anak, the K. May anak ka na ba?
Your response? Anak ka na ba? Your response? Word. May anak ka na ba? Do you have any kids? May anak ka na ba?
I actually think when she says it faster, you do. It's like not that hard of a K. May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
Your response would be the same as the last question. Oo. yes.
Oo.
Wala or hindi, no.
Wala or hindi.
Wala pa, not yet.
Wala pa.
So the difference between wala and hindi. Wala technically means none or nothing. Hindi means no.
Okay. Wala pa, not yet. Wala. None. Yeah, because if you, I don't know how to say the question, but if you were like, do you have any pencils? You could say no, but you could also say, it's not, you wouldn't say wala. I guess it could just be wala, like I have none, but like, I do know, I have a faint understanding that like wala is like a quantifying amount of stuff as a word instead of just yes or no. My anak kanaba. My anak kanaba. Do you have kids? My anak kanaba. My anak kanaba? My anak kanaba? Anong trabaho mo? Nurse ako, doctor ako, guro ako, abogado ako. May asawa ka na ba? Oo. Hindi. Wala pa. May anak ka na ba? Do you have kids? Oo. Hindi. Wala pa. Alright.
And since the question has the word my, which means do you have, it's almost like a quantity, then you could answer with wala, none. I have none yet. I don't have any kids yet. So wala, none. Sometimes you might also hear someone say hindi, no. Most commonly you would hear someone say wala, none. If you do want to answer,
I'm gonna write that down. I'm not gonna take anything for granted. I'm dumb as bricks. May anak ka na ba? Do you have kids? If none, more commonly you would use voila. Do you have kids? No. Do you have kids? I have none. I have no kids. 0 kids. Whatever.
and say that you do have kids, you can add the number of kids in your response. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako.
This is interesting that we're doing with these introductory phrases. I don't actually know how to count. I think higher than 4 in Tagalog. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat. Also, the word for number 2 is crazy. It's dos in Spanish. Ichi, it's ni in Japanese. This is the number 2 in ASL. Right, 1, 2. This is number 2 in ASL. And then freaking 2 in Tagalog is dalawang. Dalawang. Oo, may dalawang anak ako. It's crazy.
Let's review some Tagalog numbers. Isa.
Okay. All right. My bad, Pat. All right. Shut up. All right. Cool. Thank you for putting some numbers on this introductory course. I get it. My bad, OG.
1, dalawa, 2, tatlo, 3, apat, 4, 5, 5.
No matter what happens during the course of me taking these 8 lessons, the fact that I've learned what number 5 was in Tagalog is already like life-changing, because I didn't know. You could have put a gun to my head. I don't think I would have been able to guess 5 is lima. Also, what do you mean that you have to conjugate the numbers? Why is it may dalawang anak ako? Why is it dalawang, but isa, dalawa as its base form is without the G and the N? What are you talking about, Pat? Please clarify.
Now, if you listen again to the response, it's oo, may dalawang anak na ako. When the number ends with a vowel, like dalawa, ends with the letter A, you have to add an NG at the end when you respond. So, oo, may dalawang anak na ako. So instead of saying may dalawa anak na ako, you have to add an NG to the end of the word dalawa so that it connects to the word anak. It's almost like you're saying two of child. You have two children. And you add...
We have to run that all the way back because that was...
Na ako, the response. Tatlo, 3, apat, 4, 5, 5. Now, if you listen again to the response, it's oo, may dalawang anak na ako. When the number ends with a vowel, like dalawa, ends with the letter A, you have to add an NG at the end when you respond. So, oo, may dalawang anak na ako.
Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. Anak na ako. I already can tell I'm already forgetting to put the na at the na before ako. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. So because of the rule of needing to add NG at the end of numbers that have vowels, it would be oo, may isang anak na ako. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. Oo, may tatlong anak na ako. That's tough. Oo, may tatlong anak na ako. Oo, may apat ako na. Oh, I'm like reading the screen on too many places. That doesn't work like that. Oo, may apat anak. Oo, may may apat anak na ako. Why is that one frying my brain? Oo, may apat anak na ako. Apat anak. Oo, may apat anak. Oo, may apat anak na ako. Oo, may limang anak na ako. That's cruel. That's cruel. That's what that is. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. Oo, may isang anak na ako. Oo, may dalawang... Did that not just do two? I did it twice. Oo, may dalawang anak. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. Oo, may tatlong anak na ako. Oo, may apat anak na ako. Oo, may apat anak na ako. Oo, may limang anak na ako. Alright, that's tough. That's a tough one, Pat. That's hard, man. Oo, number anak na ako. Yes, I have number of kids. Or number anak na ako. Have I just been doing whatever? Shoot. I think it's fair to count them as the numbers when presented. I will give myself that point, especially because there's this rule. So like isa, dalawa, tatlo. I've heard these words. You guys don't understand, bro. I mean, I've heard these words my entire life. I have never ever seen what these words look like. So it's fascinating to me as someone who actually does like learning language, studying language. I actually studied a bit of this in college, to see what these words look like for the first time and be able to like form like the synapses in my brain of like, oh, that's how you spell isa? That's how you spell dalawa? Oh, so that's why I thought everybody I knew had speech impediments, because why are they saying dalawang instead of dalawa? And you know, nerdy shit, but like it's interesting enough to me. tatlo, apat, lima. Alright, cool. Like lima that's obvious how you would spell that, but it is cool that I've finally got to see what that word looks like. It's like, nice to meet you, lima. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isa dalawa tatlo apat lima. Hell, I'm gonna give myself like, I want to give myself like the point for knowing you would use isang or dalawang if you're, what was the rule? Is it just for this sentence, or is it when you use it as like a verb? Sorry, Pat, run that back.
Lima, 5. None. Let's review some Tagalog numbers. Isa, 1. Dalawa, 2. Tatlo, 3. Apat, 4. Lima, 5.
Lima.
Now, if you listen again to the response, it's oo, may dalawang anak na ako. When the number ends with a vowel, like dalawa, ends with the letter A, you have to add an NG at the end when you respond. So, oo, may dalawang anak na ako. The letter A, you have to add an NG at the end when you respond. So
is the rule when you answer a question and you use these numbers and the number is a vowel, you have to add NG? Or does the number isa only exist? Does the word isa only exist in isolation? Or do you always use isang when it is used like in conjunction with words? That did not answer my question, but we will keep it pushing.
So, oo, may dalawang anak na ako. So,
oo, may dalawang anak na ako.
Instead of saying may dalawa anak na ako, you have to add an NG to the end of the word dalawa so that it connects to the word anak. It's almost like you're saying two of child. You have 2 children. And you add this NG to the end of any number when it ends with a vowel. So, isa, dalawa, tatlo, lima, 5. But for the word apat, 4, it ends with a consonant. You would have to add the word na before the word anak.
No. There's another rule?
So, oo, may apat na anak na ako.
Wait, what?
Oo, may apat na anak na ako.
Oh, come on, dude. So if it's a vowel, if the number ends in a vowel, you add NG before you proceed with the rest of the sentence. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. But if it ends in a consonant, you have to add na before the word anak. Oo, may apat na anak na ako. Why would it require 2 nas?
With a consonant, but for the word apat, 4, it ends with a consonant. You would have to add the word na before the word anak. So, oo, may apat na anak na ako. So anytime the number ends with a consonant, you add the word na. All right.
Not all right. Why would that make sense, Pat? Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. Oo, may apat na anak na ako. Why would you have to add it twice? That's crazy. That's why I haven't fucking learned this language, dog. If vowel number why did I write it like that? My isang dalawang long limang anak. Sorry, I don't know why I spelled it like that. Anak na ako. That's gonna mess the whole thing. I'm just gonna write my dalawang anak na ako. Ako. My dalawang anak na ako. I have 2 kids. That's gonna get me for the rest of my life. You gotta say all that just to say I have 2 kids. My dalawang anak na ako. If number ends in a vowel, add ng to the number, i.e. isang dalawang tatlong limang. That's crazy. Oh, and then the freaking second rule, if consonant, my apat na anak na ako. My apat na anak na ako. I'll just maybe never have 4 kids or 2 kids. Wait, no. It's not even if it's odd or even. It's just if the number ends in a consonant. Yeah, so it's like I'll just avoid having that many kids. Like if it's a pat, you either have 3 tatlo or you have 5 lima. We're not even gonna have 4. What a crazy rule. My apat na anak na ako. I have 4 kids. My apat na anak na ako. If number ends in a consonant, add na before anak. My anak na. May anak ka na ba? May anak ka na ba? Anak. Isang anak na. Isang anak na ako. May anak ka na ba? Hindi. May anak ka na ba? Wala. May anak ka na ba? Isang anak na ako. Dalawang anak na ako. May anak ka na ba? May dalawang anak ka na. May dalawang anak ka na. Anak na ako. I think I'm forgetting to say this, the na again, aren't I? May anak ka na ba? May dalawang anak ka na. Yeah, you are forgetting the na. May anak ka na ba? May dalawang anak na ako. The na. May anak ka na ba? May dalawang anak na ako. May isang anak na ako. May isang anak na ako. May anak ka na ba? May apat na anak na ako. May dalawang anak na ako. Shoot, man, that's tough. That's a tough one.
Say that again with me. May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba? Do you have any kids? May anak ka na ba?
My anak ka na ba? My anak ka na ba? Oo. Wala. Hindi. Wala pa.
Response, oo, yes. Wala or hindi, no. Wala pa, not yet. And to talk about how many kids you do have, you could say, oo, may dalawang anak na ako, and just fill in the number in the phrase.
May anak ka na ba? Oo. May dalawang anak na ako. Yeah, we getting there? We getting anywhere, Chad?
Lastly, to get to know someone, you can ask them, ano ang hilig mo?
What's the point of asking this question now? You already asked if they have kids. Ano ang hilig mo?
What are your hobbies? Ano ang hilig mo?
Ano ang hilig mo?
What are your hobbies?
What are your hobbies?
Ano means what. Ang means are or is. Hilig means your likings or things that you like. Mo is referring to you. Ano ang hilig mo?
Ano ang hilig mo?
What do you like to do? What are your hobbies?
What do you like to do? What are your hobbies?
Your response would be, mahilig ako blank.
Mahilig ako blank. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako. Ano ang hilig mo? Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako. It's gonna be sa, right? Mahilig ako sa. Look at me trying
I like to blank.
freaking read ahead.
Here are some examples of some hobbies. Mahilig ako magluto, to cook. Magluto.
Oh, sorry. Mahilig ako magluto. Magluto.
Basa, to read. Magluto. Magbasa, to read.
Magbasa, to read.
Magbasa. Manood ng TV.
Manood ng TV.
Watch TV. Basa. Manood ng TV. Watch TV.
Manood ng TV. Watch TV.
Manood ng TV. Sumayaw, dance. Sumayaw.
Sumayaw.
Sumayaw, dance.
Sumayaw. Sumayaw. Sumayaw.
Ng TV. Sumayaw.
Sumayaw. Sumayaw.
Dance. Sumayaw. Mag-exercise. To exercise.
I don't know.
Sumayaw. Mag-exercise. To exercise.
Mag-exercise. To exercise.
Mag-exercise. Now, this is a great Taglish tip. When you don't know a verb in Tagalog, you can use the mag pattern. So mag-exercise is just the way to say exercise. That's commonly how people would say it. If you wanted to say that you like to swim, but you don't know how to say swim in Tagalog, you could say, mahilig ako mag-swim. I like to swim. Later on, go back and look up what to swim is in Tagalog. Then you can say, mahilig ako lumangoy. Lumangoy. So I am a big supporter of using Taglish, especially while you are learning Tagalog. The main focus here is to learn the patterns and formation of phrases. And over time, you will learn more Tagalog vocabulary so that you can fill it into these phrases. But in the meantime, feel free to put English words wherever you need to. All right.
Dude, I respect
Now,
that. I respect that. That's based. All right. Ano ang hilig mo? Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako. Mahilig ako. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magluto. There's not 3 syllables in that. Magluto, there is 3 syllables, but it's not maglaluto. Magluto. Hilig ako magluto. Mahilig ako magluto. Mahilig ako magbasa. Mahilig ako manood ng TV. Mahilig ako sumayaw. Mahilig ako mag-exercise. Oh, I feel so good to know what those words actually look like and sound like. I'll get into it more one day, but I'm gonna try and close my eyes and do some of this. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magluto. Ano ang hilig mo? That is the question. Hell yeah. Ano ang hilig mo? Hilig ako magluto. I think the G is soft when you're... it's harder when she says it, but you're saying it's soft. Mahilig ako magluto. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magbasa. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako manood ng TV. Ano ang hilig mo? Hilig ako sumayaw. Hilig ako sumayaw. Ano ang hilig mo? Hilig ako mag-exercise. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako sumayaw. Mahilig ako magbasa. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magluto. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Ano ang mahilig mo? Oh, sorry. Ano ang hilig mo? Ooh, was I saying... Dude, was I just running through all that and also putting mahilig? Oh god, that's gonna be cringe. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magbasa. Ano hilig mo? Oh, no, dude. Ano ang hilig mo? Ano ang hilig mo? Hilig ako magluto. Alright, yeah. This is what happens when you do language studies right after your job where you stare at a computer for 9 hours. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magbasa. So when you're answering, it's ma and ma. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magbasa. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magluto. Yep. Oh, ano ang. So AA. Ano ang. It's not ano ang mahilig. Ano ang hilig mo? Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako manood ng TV. Okay. That's just gonna be what we can rewind the tape, or you can just flame me in the comments if I was thinking I was nice. Basically, I was thinking I was nice, yeah. But I was probably putting mahilig mo, right? But that's just my hubris, honestly. It's ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako. Oh, sorry, I didn't have the. Mahilig ako magbasa. Mahilig ako magluto. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako manood ng TV. Alright, that was my bad. That was my bad, chat. I was thinking I was nice for like a second. Ano ang hilig. Ano ang hilig mo? That's not. Hilig. Hilig. Ano ang hilig mo? Hilig mo. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig. Mahilig ako. Verb. Hobby. magluto, magbasa, my hobby is mahilig ako magbasa magluto mabasa also manood ng TV, mag-exercise. Note, can add mag to verb. Can add mag prefix to verb for Taglish. So if I didn't know how to say draw, which I hope will come up soon because I am an artist, ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magdraw. Magdraw. I don't know what the word is. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magluto. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magbasa, manood ng TV, mag-exercise. Mahilig ako magdraw. All right. That was good. That was a good learning moment for me to understand my hubris.
Put English words wherever you need to. All right. Now, I always get asked, how do you use the word po? The word po is a part of speech that is used to show respect. Usually, kids say po throughout a conversation when they are speaking to an elderly person. Or adults even say po when they are trying to be respectful either to someone in authority or someone older than them. There are specific placements for the word po, but I will tell you about those in my next video, how to use po. But just as a rule of thumb, you can always add po to the end of anything you say and it will always work. It will always be respectful. So for any of the phrases that we learned today, add po at the very end when you are speaking to someone older than you. And that's just a good way to show respect. All right, now it's time to practice what we...
In short, this is me just regurgitating to show I was listening. Po is an honorific used when speaking to anyone that requires respect or authority. So kids to adults, adults to even older adults or elders, or anybody to someone with like a high position in something. And that you can use po at the end of almost anything / sentences, and it works to show respect. Like I've often said kumusta ka po. Once again, I thought I was nice. Kumusta ka po? Like, ano ang trabaho mo po? Ano ang hilig mo po? Yeah, that's how I would... That makes sense enough to me. Boys and girls, we are past the number 30. I didn't think we'd get this far. Actually, I did, because I knew I could get this far. Come on, man. Po. No, I guess it's not a word, yeah? That's just like a concept to understand, so I'm not gonna cheese it. Using po. It is an honorific used to show respect. Yeah, that's it. Can be used at the end of any sentence. Example. Ano ang trabaho mo po? Or ano ang hilig mo po? Sweet.
And that's just a good way to show respect. All right, now it's time to practice what we learned today.
Yes, ma'am.
Translate these phrases in Tagalog.
All right, boys and girls. Let me just say, it's been 9 days. We could roll the clip back. It's been 9 days. I was going to practice. I was gonna make flashcards. Look, I got like a dummy amount of flashcards. I got all these flashcards here. I was gonna write all the words I had learned down at the end of this lesson and then do like a little review. I did not know Pat was gonna come for me right now. But little did she know, while walking around, I'm watching my parents' dog right now. While walking her around, I do mutter to myself words and phrases in Tagalog as my practice, but I was gonna come more correct than this. So we can hit this raw right now. If I fail terribly so, I will come back with a vengeance. But this is all part of the process. It's okay to fail. It's not my first data. It's my second day out here. Let's get this, yeah?
I will give you 10 seconds and then we'll go over the answer.
All right.
Okay, so the first phrase that we're going to translate to Tagalog is, what is your name?
Ano ang pangalan mo? We don't even put the time. If I don't know, I don't know it. If I don't know it, I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know it, I don't know it. But I'm going to come at this like I know it in my bones. And if I'm wrong, let's correct it. But I want to have the confidence at all times. What is your name? Final answer. Ano ang pangalan mo? I said it shit too. Ano ang pangalan mo?
What is your name? How do you say that in Tagalog?
Ano ang pangalan mo? Final answer.
Ano ang pangalan mo?
I didn't even study that, bro. That's not it. That's from the first video. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out here.
Ano ang pangalan mo? What is your name?
It actually might be worse for me if we do the phrases from this part of the video because I have not taken the time to just walk around and mutter to myself. So like, ano ang hilig mo? Like, we'll see if that comes back because I don't. Mahilig ako magluto. We'll see what happens.
Ano ang pangalan mo? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
Ooh, you would either say, ako si Jerrico, or, you know what, I'm not going to do the longer form version of any of these because I'm just trying to scrape by in the Philippines. I'm not going to do the formal, ang pangalan ko ay Jerrico or something. No, I'm just going to go with ako si Jerrico or ako si Jeremy, ako si my other friends who will be with me. Ako si Jerrico.
If someone asked you, ano ang pangalan mo? How would you reply in Tagalog?
Ako si Jerrico, final answer.
Ako si blank. Ako si Pat. Ako si blank. All right, next question. How do you say, what is your job in Tagalog?
Ano ang trabaho mo?
What is your job?
Ano ang trabaho mo? Final answer. Look, I was shit at school, but I love learning language. Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo?
Yes.
Ano ang trabaho mo?
This is gonna be tough because I actually don't know the answer.
Ano ang trabaho mo?
For this question.
How would you reply in Tagalog?
I'm gonna use one of the ones that she gave me. So shoot. Oh wait, no. Ako si. Oh shit. All right, hold on. Okay. Ano ang trabaho mo? Yeah, you would just say nurse ako, doctor ako, guro ako, abogado ako. I was thinking, you wouldn't say ako si. No. Let's not overthink it, boys. It's not ako si because that's how you say your name. Ako si Jerrico. You wouldn't say that. You would say nurse ako, abogado ako, guro ako, doctor ako. I've changed the way that those words were put together because I'm not just remembering the words. I'm not just remembering the sequence of the words. I'm remembering all four of those words distinctly. Alright, ano ang trabaho mo? You would say like nurse ako, abogado ako.
Blank ako. I am blank. Nurse ako. Teacher ako. Next, how would you say hello, how are you in Tagalog?
That's from the first video.
How do you say hello, how are you in Tagalog?
The camera died. Kumusta ka? If you're speaking to an elder, kumusta ka po? Ano ang trabaho mo po is also the other way you would say it. Yep.
Kamusta ka? Kamusta ka? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
That's from the first video.
Remember, there are 3 different responses that you could say.
Ah, come on, Pat. I'm hitting the timer on that. Mabuti naman. Shit. Ayos lang. Hindi mabuti. Kumusta ka? Mabuti naman. Ayos lang. And hindi mabuti. Final
How would
answer.
you reply to kamusta ka?
Mabuti naman, ayos lang, hindi mabuti. Final answer.
If you're doing well, you could say mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. If you're doing okay, you could say ayos lang. Ayos lang. And if you're not doing so good, you can say hindi mabuti. Hindi mabuti. All right, now how do you say?
I knew that, by the way. I knew that those were 3 distinct answers. Like mabuti naman is not doing well. No, mabuti naman is I'm doing well enough. I'm doing well. Hindi mabuti, I'm not doing well. Ayos lang is I'm okay. Mabuti naman is I'm doing well. Mabuti naman is I'm doing well. Ayos lang is I'm doing okay. Doing fine. Hindi mabuti is I'm not doing well.
Are you married?
Shoot.
In Tagalog?
Shoot. These ones from the, like I said, this is fresh. Like this is raw. This is fresh. I have not studied. Alright, we're just gonna suffer through. If I fail all of these, I'll review it again. I'll come back in 2 days with flashcards, having studied, and I will rock this. But shoot, that was me. That was me stalling. Are you married? May asawa ka na ba? Final answer.
Are you married?
May asawa ka na ba? That's cruel to put the review in the right in the video.
May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba?
Hell yeah.
Are you married? May asawa ka na ba? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
Crap. Crap. Oh wait, I could. I was thinking like, what is the proper? Like, is there like a proper negation of the word asawa? But it's actually not. It's just answering yes, no. Asawa ka na ba? Oo. Hindi. Wala pa. Which hindi is no, oo is yes, wala pa is not yet. Dude, I almost,
Remember, there are 3
I
different
was gonna choke
types of
that. I was gonna really
responses you can give to
overthink
this question.
if there was a negation
May
for
asawa ka
asawa.
na ba?
Oo, hindi, wala pa. Final
You
answer.
can say oo, yes, oo, or wala, hindi, no, wala, hindi, or wala pa, not yet, wala pa. How do you say, where are you from in Tagalog? Where are you from?
Taga saan ka? Where are you from? Final answer. That's day 1. That's day 1. Don't ask me any of these day 1 questions. Sorry. I mean, yes you can.
Taga
But I will have them in
ka?
my pocket.
Taga saan ka? Where are you from?
Taga saan ka?
Saan ka?
Taga saan ka?
Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
Taga California ako. Or taga Los Angeles ako. Taga the Bay Area
Taga
ako.
blank ako. Taga Manila ako.
Keep it pushing,
I'm
Pat.
from Manila.
Shit, there's like 6
Taga
more minutes of
blank
this.
ako.
This is gonna be tough for her.
All right,
Imagine.
how would you ask, how old are you?
Shoot.
In Tagalog.
Shoot. Hold on. How old are you? Ilang taon ka na?
How old are you?
Ilang taon ka na? Final answer.
Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
I was already thinking to choke. I'm like thinking like you're gonna have to think of the word taon and find the answer. No, it's just like name. It's just like job. You just say the number ako, which is, but it's like, I guess you would either say it always in English or in Spanish. So just to be safe, I'm gonna say 28 ako. Ilang taon ka na? 28 ako. Or 28 ako.
You can say blank ako. For example, I would say 30 ako. So
How do you say
ako.
28? 28.
All right, next question. How would you ask, do you have any kids? Do you have any kids?
That's tough, Pat. That's tough. That's from an hour. That's from an hour ago, Pat. You know what? I've been in the lab for like an hour now, bro. And I have to like do all these questions right now. That's crazy, Pat. That's crazy. Do you have any kids? Do you have any kids? Do you have any kids? Ano? Anak ka na ba? Ilang anak ka na? Ano? Anak ka na ba? Anak ka na ba is the... Anak ka na ba? Ano ang hilig mo is, do you have any hobbies? Look at me trying to cheat. Look at me trying to... Ano ang anak mo? No. Ilang anak ka na ba? Is that how you... Because you would say ilang taon ka na. How... Do you have any kids? Do you have any kids? Anak ka na ba? Asawa ka na ba? No. You would say may asawa ka na ba? So you would say may anak ka na ba? Ha! Yeah. You would say may asawa ka na ba? And then you just say yes or no. And then you would say may anak ka na ba? I think why I trip up on that is because you say my, like my means it's like first person in English, but may anak ka na ba? Final answer. I know that's like me waffling for a minute, but we get there. Sometimes you have to let the students cook, yeah, so they can actually answer the questions rather than just so you can pass them along through or fail them along through. May anak ka na ba? Final answer. See?
May anak ka na ba?
See?
May anak ka na ba?
Look, I know in a real world scenario, they're gonna look at me like I'm dumb as fuck. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna censor that. And they may look at me like I'm really silly trying to work my way through this, but if we have to talk our way through this, it is what it is. You would say may asawa ka na ba? And in that same phrase, or in that same way, you would say may anak ka na ba?
Do you have any kids? May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
And how would you reply in Tagalog?
And just like may asawa ka na ba, you just have to say oo, hindi, wala. You can say wala pa. I was gonna say wala pa. Yeah.
Oo,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Wala or hindi, no.
Because wala
pa, not yet.
Wala is none. So wala pa is like not yet. Hindi is just straight no.
And if you wanted to be specific and say how many kids you do have.
All right. I thought this was going to happen. I thought this was going to be its own question, but she seems to be answering it already. But I'll throw it out there. I'm willing to, if the question is may anak ka na ba? Oo. Maybe I shouldn't. Oo, dalawang anak na ako. Oo, isang anak na ako. And you're adding the NG for the words, for the numbers that end in vowel. So isa, dalawa, tatlo, lima. It's like, oo, isang anak na ako. But if it's for a consonant number, a number ending in a consonant, you would have to add na before the word anak. So it would be, may anak ka na ba? Oo. Apat, anak, no, oo. Apat na anak na ako.
And if you wanted to be specific and say how many kids you do have,
shoot.
It would be my blank anak na ako.
I don't think I was saying my. I don't think I was saying my before. So if the question is my anak na ako, I mean, my anak ka na ba? You say my dalawang anak na ako. I don't think I was saying my. I think I'm willing to accept that I wasn't saying my before those numbers. My dalawang anak na ako. My isang anak na ako. My tatlong anak na ako. My apat na anak na ako. My limang anak na ako. All right, that I failed on that one. I'm pretty sure I didn't say my.
My dalawang anak na ako. I have 2 kids. Or my apat na anak na ako. I have 4 kids. So that would be the sentence structure if you wanted to say how many kids you do
My
have.
dalawang anak na ako.
Lastly, how would you ask someone, what are your hobbies?
Oh, thank God it's lastly.
In Tagalog. What are your hobbies?
No. It's just ano ang hilig mo, right? I already know the answer is mahilig ako magbasa. It's ma and ma. Ano? Is it a? Ano ang hilig mo? Ano ang hilig mo? Ano ang hilig mo? Final answer. Ano ang hilig mo?
Ano ang hilig mo? Ano ang hilig mo?
Ano ang hilig
What are
mo?
your hobbies? Ano ang hilig mo?
Hilig.
And how would you reply in Tagalog?
Mahilig ako magbasa. Mahilig ako magbasa.
Ako.
I'm not looking. I'm not. I could do the rest of these. I didn't look. I swear on God, I didn't look. Ano ang hilig mo? Mahilig ako magbasa. Mahilig ako magluto. Mahilig ako manood ng TV. Mahilig ako mag-exercise. And you can use the prefix. You can add the prefix mag to English words for Taglish if you don't know the literal verb translation yet. So for example, I'm an artist, so I could say mahilig ako magdraw. The spacing on that is crap. Pat, what's the spacing? Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Mahilig ako. I like to. Mahilig ako magluto, to cook.
Yes.
Magluto. Magbasa, to read.
Magbasa.
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 Manood ng TV, to watch TV.
Maybe I was saying magbasa wrong.
ng TV.
Manood ng TV.
Sumayaw, to dance.
Ah, shit.
Sumayaw.
It's 5? Oh, man, I thought... And my bad, that's a... I wasn't going to say mahilig ako sumayaw. I could have gotten there. I might have said magsumayaw, but I think it's a fault for not saying... Not even including that. If in the future I say mahilig ako sumayaw and don't add the prefix incorrectly, I think that's a point. I did know the rest of those like real nicely though. Come on, you gotta give me that.
Exercise. To
Mahilig ako
exercise.
sumayaw.
Mag-exercise. And remember, you can always use a Taglish tip. If you don't know a verb in Tagalog, just say it as a mag verb. Mahilig ako mag-swimming. Mahilig ako mag-shopping. And later on, go back and try to figure out what
Mahilig
these
ako
words are in Tagalog.
Mahilig
So
ako
to
magbasa.
swim is lumangoy. Mahilig ako lumangoy. All right, we learned a lot today. We learned about the history of Tagalog. We learned where it's spoken and some influences of it. Then we learned some common phrases that hopefully you can start using when you meet someone new. And then we practiced. I encourage you to maybe
trying to
write
get speed
these phrases
dating done.
down on a note card. Write the English translation on one side and the Tagalog translation on the other side. And then just review them throughout the day. Practice really does make perfect. Try using these phrases to a native speaker that you know, or if you don't have anyone you can speak to right now,
call my mom.
try practicing these note cards on your own.
I'm gonna call my mom right
And
now.
a lot of people I meet get really nervous about their accent. I always
give a
say,
shit.
ignore the accent.
I don't give a shit. I don't care how bad I sound. Did you understand the words that are coming out my mouth? Play the Rush Hour clip. It does not matter. I mean, it does matter to me slightly, but I will never ever get embarrassed for attempting to learn something new. I will only be embarrassed for if I don't attempt it ever in my life. I don't care if I fail. I don't care if it comes out perfectly or imperfectly. It's the attempt. The attempt is everything, because that is what generates change, baby.
it for now. The accent will come the more you practice.
Yeah. Ow, crap.
I have a English accent when I'm speaking Tagalog sometimes too. It usually comes out.
I unplugged the thing for like 5 seconds. I don't know what happened.
Fast, but really, that doesn't matter.
Hopefully
what
that's
matters
still
in
plugged
the end
in.
is that you are able to communicate in Tagalog.
Mm.
Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Tagalog lessons and follow me on my other social media platforms. Thank you so much for joining me in this Tagalog lesson. In my next lesson, I will talk about how to use po when you want to be respectful. I hope to see you there. Paalam!
Thank you. I don't even know what I don't know what that means. All right, Chad, let's talk about it. I will put the cultural learning part of the word Tagalog there somewhere in the video. I just want to be conscious of like time and how all that works. So it's in there. It will be in there. Let's update how many words we learned today. Yeah. Where are we at? I think we're at like cheese aside, we're at 30. We're at 30. 30 feels good. 30 feels right. 30 feels like after one lesson, learning 30 or so phrases, cultural things, concepts, feels good. Properties. Shoot, how many? 30, 120 phrases left, 117 days left. Why did that update already? Phrases learned, 30. Whatever. 117. That feels good. Also, wait, no, save. 121 and yeah, that feels good. Like now we're almost just about one phrase a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's okay that it takes like 9 days to come back to do the session, because one, I am practicing between the sessions. Like I said, I walk around and it kind of looks insane, but I am just muttering to myself these words and phrases all the time. I call my parents and I like use a phrase or two, and then they listen bewildered and talk to me in English again. I'm always asking like, come on man, just let me live. But this feels good. 117 days left, 120 phrases left to learn. If we keep the rate up of like learning about 30 or so phrases per video, and there's like 8 more, I think we crush this. I think we crush this easy. I will also include a clip of me only doing this via flashcards, so there'll be timestamps in this video where you can just go like, you can watch me suffer through and the full VOD, or you can just skip to the review of me doing it via flashcards. I will have that because if I'm just like chilling, waiting for a coffee, and I just want to have like a review buddy, I can just review it with myself, honestly, using the very short clip at the end with the flashcards. But yeah, 2 sessions, 30 phrases. I'm feeling good. I feel like it's a good amount, and like it's like useful conversational language. Mahilig. Ano ang hilig mo? You know, that's something that would be asked a lot, I feel like. Or may asawa ka na ba? You know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna edit this together eventually, and then my parents' dog is actually right at my heels being like, are you done yet? So see you guys next time.